The next piece I'll be talking about is titled Wrestlers. The city and country of work is Paris, France, and its current location is the Museum of Fine Arts in Budapest, Hungary. And the artist responsible for the work is Gustave Courbet, and he is French. The medium of work is oil on canvas, and the period of work is realism. The historical relevance of the work is that it was created at the height of the artist's fame. It was exhibited at the Paris Salon as the pendant to the bathers, which sparked massive controversy. It's unknown how long it took to create, however, it was dated in 1853. This work is important. Sorry. My bad. Anyways, this work is important because it offered a contrast to the bathers, which it kind of epitomized the public and critics' attitude toward art during the period and why realism was so important as a change in themes in art. And this is evidenced in a letter that he sent to his parents, dated the 13th of May, 1853. Courbet said of the wrestlers that, "I've covered their nudity, and the critics have not said anything good or bad about it. By contrast, the bathers divided the public and probably distracted attention from the wrestlers." Defining characteristics of the work: it's a massive 99 by 78 inch canvas that showcases two men engaging in French wrestling, which is inspired by Greco-Roman wrestling, which is like regular wrestling. Wow, I lost my place. The match is taking place in Champs-Élysées in Paris. Onlookers gather in the stands behind the field as men in shorts push and pull at one another. And in the thing, it almost looks like one of them has a headlock and the other one has his head down, pushing him away. Historical contributions: Courbet was a French painter who led the realism movement in the 19th century in French painting. He rejected the academic convention of Romanticism, and he was a forerunner in French and overall European realism in painting. Courbet occupies an important place in 19th century French painting as an innovator and an artist willing to make bold social statements through his work. Some of these notable works include The Stonebreakers, A Burial at Ornanes, L'Origine du Monde, I think is how you say it, and the aforementioned The Bathers. My personal observation is that the figures almost feel separate from the background, which I don't think is intentional, really. It's just that there's a very heavy contrast with all their muscle definition and the dark shadows of the actual two figures themselves compared to, say, like the grass or the actual background having limited detail. I chose this work because it was part of a series at an exhibition I was at, and it kind of influenced an entire string of other paintings, which I'll include at the end of this, up until like the modern day. It was cool to see a work that I hadn't heard of be so inspirational to so many different people. How it compares to other works from the period: it's quintessential realism. The theme is not as on the nose as other works, say like from his hometown, but it's very fitting for a non-romantic representation of Paris. One fun fact is that Courbet was in prison for 6 months in 1871 for his involvement in the Paris Commune, and lived in exile in Switzerland from 1878 until his death just 4 years later.